Hey everyone, how's it going? It is your pal Sal here. So today, I'm talking about something interesting, I guess I could say. So as we all know, I recently posted a video of well, it was recent, of my reaction to the Blonde Ambition World Tour, and I finally watched Madonna's Blonde Ambition World Tour because I finally watched Truth or Dare. And I was like, I have to watch the Blonde Ambition Tour. I got the Laserdisc. I watched it. You can check all those videos out on this channel right here. And then after I watched the Blonde Ambition Tour, I've had this craving to watch Truth or Dare again. And I'm like, you know what? No, you don't need to watch it right now. You know, you just watched it recently. There's no need to watch it right now. Why don't you watch something different? So the other night, I did. And I finally watched Madonna's I'm Going to Tell You a Secret, the quote-unquote sequel to Truth or Dare. So I have some thoughts. I have some thoughts and feelings, and we're going to talk about them. So, from what I can tell, I'm Going to Tell You a Secret is not a fan favorite thing that Madonna has done. So, here's what I think is the biggest difference. Truth or Dare is, while I fully believe, very based in some form of truth, is very, it's a mockumentary. It's not completely real, even though I do believe a lot of it was based on real things. Like, I don't think it's the fakest thing you'll ever see. Truth or Dare is really a documentary. It's not really fake, as far as I can tell. It's very much a standard documentary. Okay. This documentary was filmed while Madonna was on her Re-invention Tour for her recent album, American Life. And this album features Madonna in well, let me put it this way. As we all know, Madonna is a Kabbalist. I believe she still is to this day. And very, very Kabbalah-y. And her Kabbalah name, I guess, is Esther. I always read it as Esther. That's how I read it. So this is Madonna at her most Esther-y. So the thing about the I'm Going to Tell You a Secret is that I don't think that this was a bad documentary at all. Like, it's actually a pretty standard documentary. The problem is that it falls under Truth or Dare's shadow. Or I should also say, for my international fans, In Bed with Madonna, because I know it has two different names. It falls under that film's shadow. And unfortunately, no matter what they did, it was going to fall under its shadow. The other problem is that even though I would argue that this film is so different than Truth or Dare, they try and make it look like Truth or Dare. Like, they still do the black and white thing. And, oh, I guess since I got you here, black and white for whatever, for this. So they shoot the concert footage in color, and the rest of the stuff, and I'm Going to Tell You a Secret, is black and white. So let's talk about the documentary and everything for it. I think it's, as I said, I think it's a pretty decent documentary. It's just not as interesting as Truth or Dare. I think it opens up strong. Madonna's recording The Beast Within, and she's talking to the guy, and she's like, it makes me sad that you don't believe in God. And she's like, what, you don't believe in a higher power? And they have a kind of talk about it, and I think it's interesting. And I think that Madonna is very funny in this film at sometimes, too. There's a part where she's in a pub with Guy Ritchie, and she's just like, I want to go home! And I get that, Esther. I get it. So this is also when she's married to Guy Ritchie, and I know a lot of fans hate Guy Ritchie. I don't really like Guy Ritchie either. I can't lie, I found him kind of funny in this. For two specific reasons. The one where he's like not pretending to not be himself and interviewing some guy in New York, and he's like, what do you think of that Guy Ritchie? And that's a funny part about it. I don't know, I found it funny. And then there's a part with Guy Ritchie's obsession with, I honestly don't know, I called them sea shanties. He was like, oh, I'll tell you the tale of the salted bloom, you come into the bargain in the room. Stuff like that. It was songs that sound like that. And I was like, oh, okay, I like cool music taste, Guy. And we see her children, Rocco and Lourdes. Adorable children. And I hate children, so that's saying something. It's just hard because I don't think it really paints... You don't really learn too much about the Re-invention Tour, like the creation process. So it's like we have Truth or Dare without the fun. I don't know. It's just... I was really into it for like the first hour, and then what happened is that Madonna had some concert that was next to a castle, and it was raining, and she's like, when I stepped on that stage, I don't remember anything until I stepped off, because it was raining, and I was like, oh, okay. Um, yeah, I'm trying to think about everything. It's just, it's fine. It's an okay film. Like, will I ever watch it again? Yeah, I'm sure I will. But I was tuning out towards the end, especially when the tour ends and then she just goes to Israel to do something. I really wasn't sure what. I was like, just to get a better Kabbalah class? Is that what we're here for? Okay. Yeah, I think that's real. I honestly... I will say two things that I did like. They used more of Madonna's catalog of music, like as instrumentals and stuff in here, which I appreciated. I liked, and I liked the segment with her dad and her stepdad and her stepmom, where she's like, when this all happened, I didn't know how to love, or not love, but like understand my dad, and she's like, now I do. So I thought that was cool. And so let's talk a little bit about what I saw about the Re-invention Tour. I decided my next reaction video for a Madonna concert will be the Re-invention Tour. And yes, I know that it's never been officially released, but there are versions of it on YouTube. I'll just pick one of those and do that. The footage that's filmed for the Re-invention Tour is not as nicely shot as Truth or Dare's footage, but the Re-invention Tour looks interesting. Set list wise, it looks interesting. But the one thing that kept getting me about the tour was that the sets and the costumes only looked 3/4 of the way finished most of the time. I don't know if that's just what I saw, but I was like, oh, that's a cool stage. And I was like, wait, it looks like it's missing some pieces to it. And then I was like looking at the costumes, like especially in Vogue, and I was like, oh, those are cool. And I'm like, where's the rest of the... Like, I don't know, something felt off about it. It's really cool when she starts off the concert at doing Vogue and she's in that yoga pose. Loves it. Yeah, I'm almost at a loss for words because this did not grab me as much as Truth or Dare did. But I think it wasn't bad. Like, that's where I'm coming from here. Like, I love this album artwork, by the way. I think it's really, really cool. Yeah, again, a lot of fans, from what I heard, do not really care for this film. It's all right. It's all right. It's just not my favorite Madonna thing I've watched so far in my Madonna journey. Yeah, you know, I really can't think of, honestly, anything else to say. It's okay. It's an okay film. And I'm excited to watch the Re-invention Tour because some of the things looked interesting. I forgot to say this. The coolest thing about this whole thing, I loved how Nobody Knows Me was performed on this tour. Like that what was it, the long treadmill? Pretty freaking cool, I gotta say. That looked really cool and I can't wait to watch that. Her performance of Mother and Father looked really cool. The American Life performance was interesting because it used the original director's cut of American Life with, you know, George Bush and all that. So that was cool that was seen. I didn't know that it was used on the actual tour. So yeah. What are your guys' thoughts? I'm going to tell you a secret because I don't know. I was just kind of like to it. So let me know in the comments below. And as always, do not forget to like and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram at Salvador J. Rocha. And I have no more secrets here left to tell. So I would just say go home and try and reinvent yourself today.